Good afternoon. My name is Mark Peters. I'm from Chicago. I'm filming my computer screen now. I'm on Google Earth. And the reason I'm doing this is the other day I was looking up some videos and doing a little research on the possible sites of the crucifixion of Christ. And I know near the eastern border of Jerusalem, it's thought to be the area where the Church of the Sepulchre is. Forgive my mispronunciations. Or another nearby place known as the Calvary or the Hill of the Skulls, because in all four Gospels it mentions certain attributes such as a skull shape, but they're not sure what it was. Was it a hill itself? Was it a tree? Was it a rock? But something was shaped like a skull. Now the Skull Hill on the opposite side of town of where I am on Google Earth here appears to have more than one shape of a skull. Now, I decided to look around on the other side of town. This is where I landed. And this is actually the very spot I landed, and I was kind of stunned because when I look around this area near the western border of Jerusalem, I see the shape of a skull on what appears to be possibly an ancient wall, or was it a structure made later on that may have symbolized where Christ was crucified with the skull, or was this the actual skull? And other attributes mentioned in the four Gospels is a road nearby. Now, there's a man-made reservoir here that looks like it could have been part of a road that went in and out of Jerusalem. It has a view of the Jerusalem hills in the background, which is also described in the four Gospels. And going back to the road, there's also what looks like an old road up at the top of this hill, behind the skull. And if I go just about 10 yards down, there's also an old foundation that looks like maybe was an old temple or a tomb, but it mentions that there was a temple nearby in all four Gospels and that his tomb was nearby where he was buried. Now, these don't look like they might be fancy tombs, but I understand some of these stones, I think they're sandstones or something of that sort, were used for tombs, and it probably wouldn't have been the fanciest since he was executed. Another common attribute in the four Gospels of the area are olive trees. That looks like it may be an olive tree right there. That also gave the possibility as Mount Olive, or Mount Olivet is it, on the other side of town is another possible site. But the olive trees, the road nearby for passers-by going in and out of Jerusalem, what appears to be a possible base of an old temple and possible tombs nearby, and really strikingly shape of a skull. These are all things that are described in the site of where Jesus was crucified. I'm not saying that this is the place, but could it be on the list of possible places? Is this a secret? They don't want some, are they purposely sending people on the other side of town? Maybe the locals know. I find it hard to believe a guy like me would be the one to discover something like this. Did the photographers for Google Earth know what they were filming, or even notice it, or they know and they're not telling? I don't know. If this appears in a documentary or in some writing somewhere, I haven't been able to find it, naming this area, which is Zayat, again, forgive my pronunciation, but I believe it's Beit and then Zayit, near the west side of Jerusalem, and this is the man-made reservoir. Could this be the possible site of the crucifixion of Jesus? I don't know, but I just thought I'd make this video and share it. Thank you. I'm Mark from Chicago. Have a good day.